2080. Hello, come on up here. The wig looks good. That's a good looking wig.
We good now?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
It's good enough.
I'm ready.
Close enough, man.
I'm ready.
Good afternoon, Mississippi. It's July 21st at noon. With temperatures on the rise and the Mississippi experiencing a massive heat wave, we've got breaking news out of the medical center. 2 physical therapy students saved life of a professor. With more on this information, we've got Rachel Jenkins on the scene.
We're here at the University of Mississippi Medical Center where 2 students were caught on tape saving their professor's life. The video was caught by a student who was sitting out here eating lunch. We have that video footage here for you today, and once we come back, we're going to talk to our local heroes.
Oh no! It's gonna be okay.
So hot.
Heather, go get wet paper towels and call 911. Come on, man. Let's go get to let's go get to the bench over here. You're gonna be okay.
So
You're gonna be okay. Let's have a seat. We're gonna help you.
thank you.
Okay.
We are back with our 2 local heroes who just saved their professor's life. Can you tell us what happened?
Yeah, today we were outside and we saw our teacher outside all morning doing Tai Chi. We knew it was a little bit hot outside, but we really didn't think anything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were walking back from lunch and we saw him doing his exercises, and he looked real unsteady, and then he just collapsed.
And given the conditions and the heat temperature outside, we assumed he had a heat stroke.
Wow. Well, what exactly is a heat stroke?
A heat stroke is a heat-related illness that is a result of your body being unable to control its temperature. When your body temperature reaches 104 degrees Fahrenheit, you are considered to have a heat stroke. A common cause of heat stroke is prolonged exposure to high temperatures or by doing physical activities in hot weather.
Yeah, and if heat strokes go untreated, they can cause damage to your brain, your internal organs, and it can even be fatal.
Can you tell us who exactly is at risk for a heat stroke?
Well, anybody can become a victim of a heat stroke given the appropriate conditions. The most common group of people, however, are very young children and adults over the age of 65.
Some other risk factors can include genetics. The way people's bodies deal with the heat is partially determined by inherited traits. Also, not being used to high temperatures, certain meds like vasoconstrictors, beta blockers, diuretics, and antidepressants can make it difficult for your body to deal with extreme heat conditions.
So how exactly would someone know they were experiencing a heat stroke?
A person can experience an extremely hot body temperature and they may notice their skin getting really red, but they're not sweating because their body's cooling mechanisms aren't working. They can also have a throbbing headache, a fast heartbeat, or even fast, shallow breaths.
When experiencing heat strokes, people also tend to show confusion and begin to act differently than normal. It can also become so severe that they may start having seizures or pass out.
Wow, you guys are really brave and really knowledgeable. Can you tell us what exactly you did when you recognized that he may have been having a heat stroke?
When someone is experiencing a heat stroke, one of the first things you want to do is get them out of the sun into a nice, cool, shaded area and call 911. Calling 911 is always an important step because that person may end up needing more help than we can provide at the scene. Even though we can see some of the signs and symptoms of the heat stroke, there may be some internal damage that could be missed without the help of a paramedic.
Yeah, and you also want to attempt to cool down the person's body. There are several ways you could do this. If at all possible, you want to immerse the person in cool water. This method is extremely effective, but may be difficult to set up in a timely manner. So instead, you could cool damp blankets, ice packs, or wet towels and apply them to their skin. There are certain places on your body that will cause the body to cool down a lot faster if these areas are targeted first. Those are under your underarms, your neck, and the groin area.
You could also spray the person with cool water and fan them really aggressively. Regardless of the method taken, you ultimately want to cool the person down as fast as possible. We also can't forget to rehydrate. You should give the victim water or other cool, non-alcoholic beverages.
I am learning so much from you guys right now, and I'm sure Mississippi is as well. Can you tell us what steps can we take to prevent ourselves from experiencing heat strokes?
Well, these things are simple. When you're outside during the daytime, you should wear lightweight, light-colored clothing. Your clothes should also be loose-fitting, which allows your skin to breathe.
Wearing wide-brimmed hats and sunscreen with SPF 30 or higher can also help to protect you from the effects of sun. It's also extremely important to stay hydrated. Drinking plenty of fluids helps your body to sweat and maintain normal body temperatures. Everyone should strive to drink at least 8 glasses of water a day.
Also, plan ahead when you're planning to be outside working or exercising. Try to avoid working during the hottest parts of the day. And when you're planning on being outside, you should drink an additional 24 ounces of fluid prior to your outdoor activities and another 8 ounces once you're done. You want to avoid fluids such as those with a lot of caffeine or alcohol because they can make you lose even more fluid from your body and increase your risk for developing heat-related illnesses.
And if you're not used to the heat, you should give yourself time to get used to being in hot weather conditions. It can take several weeks for one's body to adjust to hot weather temperature changes, so take it easy for a few weeks and limit the time you're in the heat until your body's adjusted.
You guys have done a magnificent job here. Thank you so much for enlightening and informing us on how to cope with this dangerous situation. We thank you, and I'm sure your teacher will thank you as well. Like our students stated, we have a few items here that can help you when you're working outside to prevent you from getting heat strokes. We have our light colored dry fit shirts, we have water bottles, our sunscreen with an SPF of 30 or higher, we have our wide brim hats, and don't forget to stay hydrated. Well, that's it for our breaking news, and don't forget, stay cool, Mississippi.
Thank you, Rachel, for that exciting report. As we know, Mississippi is known for its long, hot, humid summers, coupled with a national death average of 600 people per year. We're thankful for the physical therapy students at the medical center and this life-saving knowledge provided during this segment. Now back to our regularly scheduled programs.
Less than 850. It is $549. $10,000. Follow us on Twitter at Price is Right. Check us out, PriceIsRight.com. We're going to spin the wheel right after this. Don't go away, folks.
Do it again.
Do the countdown.
3, 2, 1, go.
I'm laughing.
Students set.
Hang on, sorry.
We'll see you tell me.
2, 3.
You don't need the mic in your face.
As we know, Mississippi is known for its long, hot, humid summer.